Hello and welcome to Isolation Inspiration. We are here live with Janet Royal from Liberty Church and the Liberty Foodbank. Janet, welcome. It's lovely to have you on the show because you are an inspiration to people locally. A lot of people have been impressed, and I was really delighted to hear that you have found a lot of new people by the exposure that we've already managed to provide, which is so lovely to hear that people have been giving donations and getting to know you.
Yes, Kim, thank you so much for the opportunity to come on again today. Yeah, we've been getting lots of new people to the food bank. We've got about 2 new volunteers and some casual volunteers also for Christmas. So it's going to be great.
Wonderful. Yeah. Now, obviously, we began linking up because you kindly sent me an email saying that, we're looking for money. We want to provide Christmas hampers for those that are struggling right now. And there are many people in our community, many lovely people in our community that fall into that bracket. And you guys welcome them in such a lovely way, from the street when they're walking up with welcoming, come along and make them feel at ease before they even come through your doors. Can you talk a little bit about the process? If I was to be someone that found myself struggling, I would walk up and what would happen as I would walk towards the church?
Okay, so our food banks open every Wednesday between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. You will be greeted at the door. You'll be welcomed in. Obviously, we're still taking COVID guidelines restrictions quite seriously. So obviously, if you're exempt from wearing a mask, you wouldn't need to wear one, but if not, you would have to wear a mask, sanitize your hands. We invite you in. We get you just to sign in, just your mobile number, just so we can keep in touch and let you know what's available every week. We send a text out, and then we have our lovely ladies that will fill your bags for you, ask you if you're vegetarian or you eat meat, and they will offer you some basic sort of food for you with a smile. We don't need vouchers. We don't need, always with a smile. No referrals needed or anything. Yeah.
It really came across to me when we met actually in the food bank. We did do a video on this, but unfortunately the sound quality was quite poor, so apologies for that. So I just wanted to get across a flavour of what Janet and the Liberty Food Bank is about, because the warm welcome you get when you go in there, you just can't really convey very easily unless you're there. But, you can tell these people are proud and welcoming to everybody, right down to having the young lady on the door sat outside, literally outside, waiting for people to come along. And just in case they're struggling outside and not sure whether they should come in, feeling a bit shy, to welcome them in. And then the big smiling faces and all the food. And one of the things that really struck me was there are some people that come in and you've got their plastic bags actually ready filled. Or you already know what they want. So they can literally walk in with a minimum of fuss and kind of walk out again with what they need. And that's lovely.
Yes, Ken. So we have some clients that have been referred via Croydon Council, St Christopher's Hospice, and these people, a lot of them don't have no recourse to public funds. So, they rely on places like us to assist them. So what we do, we did a sort of questionnaire before we took them on, and just found out, that there weren't any particular allergies with any particular foods. And we pre-pack the bags on a Tuesday. So it's all ready for them to come. So a lot of them don't come, but they have relatives, friends, family that will actually pick up and deliver their bags to them. And they're always very grateful. They send me a text in the afternoon. Hi, Jan, thanks for what you gave me today. And, and they're really grateful.
That's lovely. Yeah. And the other thing is, of course, I should say that you've also got the kind of section where people can actually pick their own food, can't they? You go around and you can walk around and you can say, actually, today I need X, Y, and Z. And that's great too. It really is like a kind of a warm and welcoming atmosphere in there. And I think, a lot of people are being helped and a lot of people are very, very grateful for your service. And I do think that it's for us that are more fortunate to try and help with that. And I know you do that every day and every week with what you do. But for the rest of us, we're kind of in awe of it a bit, to be honest, what you give, how much you give and how much time, energy and your own money into what goes on there. And it's amazing. But our appeal so far is going quite well. I just want to show people on a map where you are, Janet, because I know a lot of people will say, where is there a food bank in North? pop a map up here so you can see. So it's on Norbury Crescent. And it's amazing, really, because it was just an old rickety warehouse until Liberty got hold of it. And then with their own fair hands, they literally transformed it into a beautiful church and obviously food bank as well now. It really is a lovely, lovely place. And that is where you need to go if you need help. And also, if you want to give a donation in terms of physical foods. Can you talk to us about what people could physically give you that might help in terms of what you need?
Okay, so we're quite short of tin items, Ken. So any sort of meat, they love meatballs, chicken curry in a tin, pasta, dried stuff. So any non-perishable stuff. So normally cereals, but the tin items are quite short at the moment. So even if it's a tin of spaghetti or beans, all of that really goes down well there.
That's good. And let's talk a little bit about the appeal. Now, I'm going to scroll across the bottom there, the URL, so people can give money to the appeal. And we'd be really grateful, wouldn't we, Janet? Because it's going quite well. But we need a bit more, because we were hoping for a target of 3,000. I think right now we're sitting at about 2,200, just under that, I think. So we've gone over the 2,000 mark, which is great. And can you talk a little bit about how that will go towards helping people?
Yes, thank you, Ken. Yes, so we're hoping to raise the money to provide 200 Christmas hampers to the borough of Norbury, to all our food bank users, and they're going to be food hampers that we're hoping to. We've made some negotiations with some big stores already. They've taken our list, and they'll be delivering the 200 items on Monday, the 20th of December. Wow. So all hands on deck. And we also, in addition to that, we're also going to do around 60 toiletry hampers, which we hope to also send out, especially to some of our local establishments like Cassandra, women who's been affected by abuse. They rush out in a hurry, and we just like to get some things together, toothbrush, flannels, that sort of stuff, in a nice little toiletry hamper that they can use in an emergency. So in addition, so we're talking about 250 hampers we're hoping to provide, if we can. If we exceed the target, then we'll even buy a few more items just for anybody else, some extras as well.
Yeah, and just to be clear with everybody, this money is going directly to the people, isn't it? There's no middleman cut here. This is going directly to the people that actually really will appreciate these things, isn't it?
Yes, Ken, directly to the source. All our food bank users on the 22nd will be benefiting when they come for their on the last Wednesday before we close, because we're closing for 2 weeks. They're going to be getting their hampers, and we're also opening our doors to them. They're going to come in, sit, have a mince pie, have some coffee and tea, and get their hampers, and get the Christmas spirit going. So Ken, we'd like to invite you down as well. Thank you. And just to talk to people and just say that we really appreciate and we love them.
Yeah, you know what? Since hooking up with you guys, I did see someone put on the post that you had a saxophonist in the other day, and he was the bomb. And I thought, wow, just imagine your church rocking with the old sax player going. I play the sax myself, not well enough to come and play. But
wow, okay.
Yeah, it's a lovely instrument, and I can imagine the atmosphere with a sax player, because for me that's something close to my heart. Yeah, great. So if you are in the area, or if you're not, if you're watching this video and thinking, wow, that's a really good cause, you're right, it really is. What better cause is there than to help those that can't help themselves this Christmas? So please do give generously. It doesn't matter how much it is, it doesn't have to be fortunes. It can be £1, it can be £5. What we'd like you to do, though, is share this video, like and share the video. And also, when you make a donation, share that with your friends on Facebook and Twitter or whatever your favorite platform is, so that it gets to them as well. And they might think, hey, I can help with this. I want to help with this. It's a good cause. It's going directly to the source, and it's a local cause right here in Southwest London. So I hope you can give generously. And it's a great cause. Anything to say on that, Janet?
No, I think we need to just give. To the less fortunate, because it really is going to matter and make a difference to their lives this Christmas.
Yeah, and I think, Christmas is a time when those of us fortunate enough do tend to go to the excess on things, don't we? And here we are at the moment, the whole country, we're worried about whether we can get alcohol deliveries, Your beers pale into insignificance when someone's worrying about their next meal, don't they?
Yes, very true, Ken.
So when you're thinking about that and thinking, I'm going to buy some beers or whatever, perhaps buy a little bit of sponsorship right here via the Just Giving page, we'd be really grateful. I will be calling out everyone's name that has donated over the course of the next week or so. We haven't got long to go now, have we, Janet? When have we got to get all the money in order to make this happen?
We need all the money by next week, Tuesday, the 30th of November is the very last day, because we need to close down and get the money in and get things rolling for our Christmas event.
Right. Okay. So just a few days. We'd be really grateful for your help. Thanks so much for watching, Janet. Thanks for popping on. I know your time is valuable. You're a very busy lady, and look forward to getting some more money for you. Perhaps we can have a wrap up once we close the appeal and thank everybody.
Lovely. Thank you very much, Ken.
Thanks. Thanks for watching, guys.